everybody.
Hey.
We went live before I was expecting the button to go live. Hey, wait, let's get our camera all set up.
All right.
Here we are. We're set now. How you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Hi, I'm not too bad. This is Jessica and Angel, by the way, from DataCorps Technology Solutions.
Yeah.
And it's Monday, y'all. I don't know if you noticed or not, but it's been Monday all day.
Absolutely.
Hence the afternoon cup of coffee. Cheers
Indeed.
to you. But let's get down to the real stuff, which is, what did we say that we were going to talk about today?
What's the biggest mistake that small business owners make regarding their computer networks?
Yeah, the single biggest mistake that small business owners make, because large businesses don't tend to make
they got a whole nother set of issues.
Yes.
But a lot of the small business owners tend to make this particular mistake. And what's crazy about it is that it kind of sets the tone for every other mistake, technology mistake that's made in a small business.
Okay, wow. So I'm interested, if there's one thing that everybody's doing, what could it possibly be?
Well, I don't know. What would you think? What would, just somebody out there think that the common mistake would be? I mean, what's common wisdom out there? Or common, what is it? It's not common. Conventional wisdom. What's the conventional wisdom out there that would qualify as like an IT mistake?
Oh, I'm sure that everybody thinks about, the first thing I always think about is clicking on viruses and emails and stuff like that. So I think everybody's gotten tagged in a Facebook status where 47 people are tagged for an ad for Ray-Ban sunglasses.
Absolutely.
That's the kind of thing that I think about, but that's more in a personal user sort of situation.
Sure, and a lot of other people might think also that the mistake might have to do with buying the wrong computers or buying the wrong software. But the mistake actually goes deeper than that, and it really goes down to the core of even your business identity. What you think of your business, and so really getting down into it, the biggest mistake that a business owner, a small business owner, can make with regards to technology, and even kind of has bigger implications, is that they don't see their business as having something of worth in it. So when looking at technology, they don't see that their technology not only supports their day-to-day typing or whatnot, but it can hold their valuable business procedures. Okay. It can hold their valuable software. It can hold client data. So when I run into business owners that sometimes say, well, I don't need all that, or I don't need this and that protection because we don't really do much. And then I get a call from them, weeks later or a month later, hey, our systems are down. What do we do? And, my first thought is, well, I thought that you didn't really need that much.
See, the problem I think that we run into with technology is we don't really think about how much we use it, because it's a tool that's supposed to disappear. If it works right, you're not supposed to think about how important it is or how much you use it or how integral it is in your systems every day.
Absolutely. I think you're absolutely right. It's one of those things that we really don't know how much we count on it until it's gone.
That's so true.
So
think about, what a nightmare it is if you leave your phone at home when you leave the house.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel lost.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here thinking, oh my goodness, how am I going to do anything? And then I think, well, 30 years ago, 20 years ago.
What did we do back in the Stone Ages? 10 years ago,
we used to be okay leaving the house without a phone. In fact, leaving the house with a phone would have been kind of weird anyway.
I know, right?
So
snap that sucker out of the wall and take it with you.
Exactly. So, a lot of times we just don't think about what's in there, and we don't think about that, that software, even down to, should I have 2 internet connections? Again, that all goes down to the value that we place on our business, on our processes, on serving our clients.
Well, so think about, there are a lot of people who I think, okay, I don't have a business where I rely a lot on my computer. I have a business where the only thing I use my computer for is maybe occasionally front desk transactions or word processing or something simple. So what's the big deal?
Here's a simple exercise. Take your computer for one day and unplug it from the wall. If you can't work, then your computer and your technology is worth something.
Yeah. We actually went to a new restaurant, brand new place that just opened up on Sunday afternoon. And we sat down at the table and the waiter said, I'm sorry. We waited to be seated, first of all, which is, it's Sunday at a restaurant. It's a new place. You expect that. But after we got seated at our table, the waiter came and told us, I'm sorry, it's going to be an additional 30 minutes because our POS system went down in the kitchen. And so the kitchen is running behind. And that's, and they're just cooking my food. You wouldn't think you'd need a computer to do that, but it's critical.
I have a buddy of mine who writes software for restaurants. And the level of automation that he's bringing to restaurants is revolutionary. It really helps with the consistency of the product, of the food. It helps with efficiencies. It helps with training new employees and whatnot. And he's doing fantastic in selling this software. But if that software goes down, or if the connection to the software goes down, that does cause a big backup. And it makes you think, twice before adding software without having something to fall back on, which when you're looking at it from a business standpoint, another great friend of mine, Herman Poole, who I'll give you a plug for him. He wrote 1 Hour Marketing, available on Amazon. And we were talking on Friday, and he was mentioning that, he prints out even for his technology businesses, he will print out a run book. And every time they make a change, they just print out another page and put an addendum in there. Because even in a technology business, technology can fail.
Yeah.
And it's always going to be that little piece of redundancy that you didn't think about. That, that one piece, that single point of failure that nobody ever thought would break. A great example is Amazon. A couple months ago, Amazon went down, and it went down badly. Their S3 storage service, which basically drives storage for Netflix, Amazon itself, it drove storage for our software that we use, ConnectWise, for their cloud partners.
There are a ton of marketing sites that I use where just like all the pictures, all the stock images are stored on Amazon.
Absolutely. And it came down to somebody rebooted a system that had never been rebooted since the inception of Amazon, and nobody had thought to actually put in a redundant piece for that. And what's worse is, since it had never been rebooted, nobody knew what was going to happen when it came back up, if it came back up.
Ouch.
Is that crazy? I mean, that's Amazon.
It's Amazon, right?
So, when we're thinking about this level of what does technology mean to me in my business? We tend to be complacent. Sometimes it can be a scary topic, so we just ignore it as a whole. And the reason why it drives so many of the decisions is when we take that and change it to a dollar figure, and we say it's going to cost us $500, $1,000 an hour to have a system down.
Yeah.
Hey, spending, $2,500 a month on some kind of a backup system, or $1,000 or whatever it costs. Those numbers seem real cheap. You got a $10 million a year business. What's spending, $60,000 a year to preserve that revenue? It really comes down to how you see your business. You could be a plumbing company, an AC company. You could be an outbound telemarketing firm. You could be a home healthcare agency. All the process grinds to a halt because you can't reach your people. You can't tell them where they need to be. You can't schedule new appointments, or worse yet, you might not be able to collect cash. Okay.
Yeah.
If you can't collect money,
everybody collects money with computers today. No,
exactly.
almost nobody hands out the green dollar bills anymore.
Absolutely.
So you got to be able to know then what your value is as a company, what the value of your technology is, and how do you decide who to look for to take care of that for you?
Absolutely. Because you also don't want to partner with somebody that doesn't see your business that way.
Mm-hmm.
If they just see you as a cash register where they're just going to, charge you a fee per month, they're not going to be looking at what's the impact of this. Well, if we do this, that system might affect this other system. As a business owner, it's not your job to know everything about technology.
Right.
You can't. It's unreasonable for me to ask a client to also check my work.
Right.
They don't have the skill set for that.
That's why you have an accountant, and that's why you have other people that
Exactly. So you want to partner with somebody who doesn't only speak technology, because a lot of times what we find is you got an answer that's technically right but practically wrong.
Okay.
So a great technology person is going to tell you that your technology is working. An excellent computer consultant's going to tell you your business process is broken, but your technology is running great. But if your business process is broken, your technology is just
it doesn't matter,
useless.
Right.
So that's one of the things that I like to tell folks, when they're looking for IT consultants is, make sure that they know business, because they really are supporting a business function. They're not supporting a technology function first.
Right. It's not just about zeros and ones and cables and plugs.
That's important. You want somebody that's going to be competent, but you also want somebody that's not going to perpetuate that mistake and is going to show your business the value that it truly has. I mean, you made it this far in business. You've done well. You don't want somebody who's going to ignore the work that you've put in.
Right.
And then it should be their desire, their joy, their absolute pleasure to preserve that and help you grow it.
Right.
I think that's powerful. Always looking for great ways to grow client businesses. That's one of my passions. I love to be out there looking for ways to provide additional value and grow client businesses. Because at the end of the day, we make money when our clients grow.
Absolutely.
When they stay stagnant, I don't like being stagnant. And when clients stay stagnant, it doesn't really help anybody. So I love to help clients grow and give them advice and connect them with people that I've met or that have made a difference in my life and my business so they can grow as well.
So when we're talking about, you were talking before about plumbers and AC businesses and all of those guys, they usually have a set qualification that you can look at. And when you call and schedule a job, you can say, are you qualified? Are you insured? There are certain things that you can look for. Mm-hmm. Does something like that exist in an IT company? Is there a qualification that you can look for?
So it's a little harder with IT, and here's why. There's no certifications. You call a general contractor, you got their license. You know that they've got certain auditing they have to do with the state and whatnot. But with IT, you can hang a shingle, and you're an IT person. Mm-hmm. I always recommend, visit them in their environment. Look at how their business runs. Get to know their people. Make sure that they have people. Make sure that they're not a one-armed bandit. The problem with that, you might have, there's some very competent people that I know out there that are one-person shops, but the challenge with that, especially with businesses, they might not necessarily be available when you need them.
Right.
They're running around servicing multiple clients without additional help. So you want to, visit their shop, look at what things they do, look at their marketing too. Mm-hmm. You can tell a lot by how a company markets.
I would agree with that personally. I mean,
you're kind of biased. So, really look at the whole 9 yards, ask them lots of questions.
Right.
Interview them like you would interview an employee too.
Absolutely.
And find out, how long they've been in business.
Okay.
What their churn is. If they got a lot of client churn, it's probably not a healthy sign. And just treat them like another peer, another business owner, and ask them business questions and see how they answer.
Right. Because if they only know the technical side of their business and they don't really understand the business side of their business, they're not going to be able to help you with the business side of your business either. There are a lot of people. I've been a part of the small business community for over a decade now, and there are a lot of people that start a business with no idea of how to run a business, about the business part of their business. You have to make sure that your IT company understands the business side of business so they can help you run the business side of your business, because that's what your technology is supposed to do.
I'll tell you, I run into folks that when I start evaluating their situation, I ask them, well, show me what you're paying. What are you paying your current IT person? They say, well, I don't want to give you that information because you're going to price me wrong or you're going to do.
Right.
Listen, get over it. Just let's talk about numbers. And they give me the numbers. And when I look at what their IT person's charging them, it's our cost without even our overhead added to it. So what's happening is you've got these guys out there that want to save the world and want to do well and want to say, well, we won't overcharge. And what they're doing is they're actually preventing their business from growing by only covering their costs, only covering a tiny bit of their overhead, and there's no profit.
Well, and the problem for you as someone who's hired them is that if their business isn't growing, they're not going to be around to support you in the future. Exactly.
So you want to make sure that you're dealing with a healthy company. Make sure that obviously nobody likes to get overcharged, okay?
Right.
But at the same time, you're a business owner. You know that there's got to be profit in a business in order for there to be a business.
Well, so when we talk about the 21 questions
yes,
that we're supposed to ask, I will show you guys where it's at.
We prepared this great little report for you, and it's got 21 questions you can ask an IT guy, and it will help you figure out where they're at. Help you understand, how they're doing, what they're going to do for you. You've got a link to download the report there. We're going to be giving that away for free.
Yep.
And it's just really, just questions you can ask to lead a conversation as you interview an IT person, an IT company.
Or your current IT support.
Sure.
If you're feeling a little unsettled and not sure where you're at, you can come to your current IT company with these questions and make a decision about how to move forward based on how these questions are answered.
Sure. And if you like them, these questions could also help them improve.
Absolutely. Awesome. So DataCorps.com/21 questions. It's a free report. It's not going to spam you. It's just a resource for you guys to use to figure out if you've made the right step with your IT support.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate you guys joining us today.
Thank you so much.
DataCorps Live. I'm so glad to have seen you. And our next broadcast, I feel like, what is it? Yeah. Our next broadcast, we're probably going to be drawing a name for our monthly customer feedback survey.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
So make sure that you tune in next week because somebody is getting a $50 gift card just for giving us some feedback to work with. Right?
Yep, that'll be awesome. It's for our clients, and if you're a client and you're watching, again, you enter by filling out the customer feedback survey on the ticket. It's very, very easy. 3 smiley, one smiley, 1 neutral, and 1 frowny face. And you just click on it, and it'll give us some great feedback to continue improving our business.
Yep, awesome. It was a pleasure.
Yes, as
always. Glad to see you, and we'll see you guys next week.
Have a great week.
Bye.